Continuing with our series of management tips, I recall an incident during my early years of heading a materials department in Navarpur Cement Works. One young boy with the name Kiran, he's an MBA trainee. I think he joined in Mumbai office. And he has come from a very reputed management institute. He's an engineer MBA and 2-3 years of experience. And he visited our plant and he had some sort of orientation program and he came and met me too. I was explaining to him about the functioning of the materials department in that unit, and went about elaborating a few procedures and so on. That boy, Kiran, is very, very good. So he was checking with me on what initiatives we take, and I explained him many steps that we are taking to reduce costs, reduce prices. He went also ahead one more step, asking what difficulties do you face? You get to go to any materials manager at that time. And I guess it is true with many materials managers even now, is that, we say, see, we are not given enough time to procure an item. Very interesting, because this is what a materials manager would always say. The user does not give time to procure. Therefore, we are always under pressure. And in any operation, we come last round. If you compare with any running race, relay race, we come last and therefore we have to make up for the time somebody else loses. And this is a big problem. As I was talking to him, I get a telephone call. Remember those days, it's all landline. And our dispatch department head, one Mr. Kamath, he phoned me and said, Ramana, I want urgently so many meters of nylon rope. And I wanted immediately in few hours' time. And so much, a very large quantity also. So I told Kiran, though I, in the meanwhile, told my assistant to act on that. Then I explained to Kiran, Dekho, aapke aankhon ke pehle. I mean, right in front of you, this incident, the gentleman rings me up and says that I want nylon ropes urgently, and it's a large quantity. He thought for a while and said, what are these nylon ropes used for in a cement plant? I explained to him that they're going to use it for tying the tarpaulin covers, which they are going to put it on, open wagons. He said, what? He said, I thought always the cement bags are transported on closed wagons for obvious reasons. Then I explained to him that no, it is true. Always we do that. But in a meeting which has taken place 20 days ago, when our director also was there, since there was a shortage of wagons and shortage of rakes, and since that is the summer season, rain's unlikely. So we should work on sending cement bags in open wagons, and open wagons which are normally used for bulk material transport. They are available and we should try to use that. We also then worked on stitching some sort of envelopes using tarpaulins, such that once we load the cement bags in the open wagon, we close it. So we have actually got stitched some sort of an envelope to close on the top of the wagon. And now these guys require these nylon ropes to tie those tarpaulin envelopes. Kiran said, oh, wonderful, because in a business scenario where you want to dispatch, but there's a wagon shortage, it's a quite innovative thinking. And good, that means that you're going to use those tarpaulins just in case, and you're going to cover it up and tie it. Wonderful. He said, what have you done with the tarpaulin? I said, no, I told him very proudly. I took the initiative and worked with the dispatch department and a contractor to make such large envelope type of tarpaulins, where we got it stitched, we measured, we gave enough place for clearances, enough such that it doesn't get torn when you are putting it over the wagon. I explained to him very proudly. Kiran had a small smile on his face and said, so therefore, Mr. Ramana, you knew about this experiment well before. I said, yes, and I was part of it. Fine. Then nylon ropes is also part of the experiment, right? I said, no, but dispatch head never gave me the requirement that so much nylon ropes is required to tie these envelopes on the open boxes. Kiran said, what would have happened, Mr. Ramana? You've taken one step forward. Yes, that concerned department did not raise the requirement, true. As per your procedure, the requirement for any material has to be written in a document and given. They must pay some purchase request. Wonderful. It has not come to you. Wonderful. But what stopped you? When you know the subject, and from whatever I heard, you knew it in depth, and it is an initiative which is taken at a higher level, and you're part of the project, why did you not ask the department head that by we got the tarpaulin stretched, when is the open wagon rake coming? So do you require anything else? Did you order a nylon rope? Did you order some maybe additional documentation, maybe some buffers? You could also have taken 2 steps forward to the user department and ask him. So yes, that is a wonderful learning, isn't it? So he made a very interesting point. I owe this lesson to him. I tried my level best subsequently to do that. Is go beyond your boundaries. Take a couple of steps beyond boundaries. Nothing would happen. At worst, what would happen? You would go and ask him and he would say, no, I don't require, or he may say, thank you very much. Or, it triggers an action from him. So go beyond your boundary 2 steps to your user, to your internal customer, or for that matter, anyone. Look from their point of view. They may be busy with something else. Nothing wrong in helping. And you're talking to an internal customer only. So why not that? If you had done that, today all your pressure that you have to get these nylon ropes urgently, it's very obvious it's urgent because the rakes are already coming in, people are preparing for loading, and they kept the tarpaulins ready. And railways will insist that once the rakes come, they have to go in a minimum period. So therefore, all this pressure that you now have to buy this nylon rope would not have been there if you had taken 1 step forward, couple of steps forward to the internal customer. What a learning. I think that boy was wonderful. And he had given me this thought that you can actually take 1 step forward to support him as well as to support yourself. So the management tip for the day is that go beyond your boundaries, define boundaries, especially towards your customers or internal customers. And that would help them as well as you. And you can help yourself through that. Thank you.